Jacob. I now call to order the special session meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs on Wednesday, September 4th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mayor Alahouzes.
Here.
Vice Mayor Terrapini.
Here.
Commissioner Carr.
Here.
Commissioner Donovan.
Here.
We received a notification from Commissioner Sieber that she's not going to be able here tonight, and we need a motion if we're going to excuse her for not being here tonight.
Motion to approve.
Do we have a second?
Is there a process on how this is done?
It is a process.
This is just the process.
There's nothing set forth in your charter other than the fact that, you know, the absence has to be excused, and if it's not excused and there's two successive absences at regular meetings, then it's a resignation of the office. There's nothing in the charter that provides what you're to do or what you're considered to be excused. So it's totally a legislative decision with no criteria.
Were there any more details to the excuse? I don't know how, this is a new process for us, so.
My understanding is that she is down in St. Petersburg and she's not going to be here.
I understand it's a medical reason.
She was stuck in it, yeah.
Oh, okay, then
I'll second.
I'll second it, yeah.
We have first and second. Roll call.
Commissioner Donovan.
Yes.
Commissioner Carr.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Terrapini.
Yes.
Mayor Alahouzes.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to remind to everyone that the purpose of tonight's meeting is to get public input regarding fiscal year 2019-2020 budget. And the first item on the agenda is a resolution 2019-24, tentative adapting the millage rate for tax year 2019. And I'm going to ask our Finance Director, Mr. Harrod, to review the procedures required by the state law.
Good evening, Mayor, Commissioners. Ron Herring, Finance Director. Florida Statute 200.065 sets the procedures for the adoption of the millage rate and budget. The tentative millage rate must be approved before the tentative budget. The tentative millage rate for tax year 2019 is proposed at 5.37, a reduction of 0.05 from the previous year's 5.42. The tentative millage rate of 5.37 is 4.24% above the rollback rate of 5.1518. The rollback rate is a rate that would provide the same dollar amount of revenues as the previous year. The increase over the rollback rate is being used to fund salary and benefit increases and operating expenditure increases, and that's my presentation.
Thank you. City Attorney, if you please read the resolution.
Yes, I'm going to read this resolution in its entirety. Resolution 2019-24, resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, tentatively adopting the millage rate for the tax year 2019. Whereas a public hearing was held on September 4th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. to adopt a tentative millage rate. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that, number one, the ad valorem millage rate for the tax year 2019 of the City of Tarpon Springs is hereby tentatively established at 5.3700, a 4.24% increase over the rollback rate of 5.1518. Number two, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That is a reading of Resolution 2019-24 in its entirety.
Thank you. With the recommendations of the Budget Advisory Committee, the staff did a great job developing the budget again this year. And with the three work sessions that we have, we analyzed the budget and it's now ready to be presented to the people of Tarpon Springs. And I'd like to go to the public comments on this item. Are there any public comments on this item? I hear none. Are any commission comments? Before I go to the commission comments, we received an opinion from Commissioner Sieber that she's not going to be able to be here today, and I'm going to ask the city clerk to read it.
Commissioner Sieber writes, I do not approve lowering the millage rate. We'll only be saving the taxpayers a couple of dollars, and the city will be losing approximately $90,000 and we have to eliminate items that needed budgeting.
Thank you. And now we're going to commissioner comments. For the record, I'd like to say that I'm very happy that we're able to reduce the millage from 5.42 to 5.37. We have a budget that is 64 million, and again, it was balanced without using an emergency fund. Thank you, congratulations to the finance director, to the city manager, all the staff that have been involved, to the budget advisory committee, and to my fellow commissioners. Vice Mayor?
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I'll just say for the record as well that I wholeheartedly support the reduction in the millage rate. I said before at some of our budget hearings that now this year and a fat year is the time to reduce the millage rate, so I'm happy that we were able to do that. I'll say that it's one of the best budgets I think that I've ever been a part of approving. We went back and forth quite a bit on this board, and I think that we did right by a lot of the recommendations that were made from the Budget Advisory Committee and from staff, and I want to thank both the Budget Advisory Committee and all of our staff who worked on this budget to come up with, like I said, one of the best budgets that I think I've ever had the opportunity to be a part of. So thank you to all.
Thank you. Commissioner Carr?
Thanks, Mayor. Would like to echo the same comments that the Mayor and Vice Mayor has brought up. I do support the millage rate cut, and at a time that you see most cities going towards a millage rate increase, it's great to see that Tarpon has found ways to cut the millage rate and keep some of the funds in our taxpayers' pockets. So thank you all for all your work on the staff side. Ron, I know you're here a lot of nights and on the weekends. I appreciate all the hard work that you've done to put this budget together and really present it in a great professional way. Thanks.
Thank you. Commissioner Donovan?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Just to echo what some of my other commissioners have said is, anytime we can reduce the millage rate and still maintain our high level of service, it's great to do. I thank you guys again for all the work sessions. I know we had 3 work sessions on this, and now we're here at the public hearing. But I think they were all really productive. They all went great. We helped a fantastic youth program. I'm really happy with the way this budget turned out. So thank you very much to Ron Herring and our city staff for their hard work on this.
Thank you. Mr. LaCruz, do you want to comment? No? You okay? The chair will entertain a motion.
Second.
And roll call, please.
Commissioner Donovan?
Yes.
Commissioner Carr?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Terapany?
Yes.
Mayor LaHousas?
Thank you. The second item on the agenda is a resolution 2019-25, tentative adopting the final budget for the fiscal year 2019-2020. City Attorney, if you please read the resolution.
I'm going to read this resolution in its entirety. Resolution 2019-25, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, tentatively adopting the budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. Whereas the public hearing was held on September 4, 2019, 6:30 p.m. to adopt a tentative budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that, number 1, the City of Tarpon Springs annual budget for the fiscal year 2019-2020 is hereby tentatively adopted. Number 2, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That was a reading of Resolution 2019-25 in its entirety.
Thank you. We're now going to the public comments. Are there any public comments on this item? Okay. We have no public comments, so we are now going to the commission comments. Vice Mayor?
I have any, Mayor?
No comments? Commissioner Carr?
I don't have any additional comments.
Commissioner Donovan?
I'm good, Mayor. Thank you.
The only thing I like to say is that I appreciate the transparency that we have with the budget. It's available not only on the work sessions that we had, but also it's online. And I'm sure city clerk can direct the people that actually wanted to access it online, or they can get a copy of it. Pretty thick, so I would suggest that you go online to get it. Thank you. So I need a motion for that.
Motion to approve.
Second.
And roll call.
Commissioner Donovan?
Yes.
Commissioner Carr?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Terapany?
Yes.
Mayor LaHousas?
Yes, thank you. Well, that concludes the special session, and it's adjourned at 6:39 p.m. We are now going to the Community Redevelopment Agency meeting. I now call to order the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Colorado Springs on Wednesday, September 4th, 2019 at 6:40 p.m. Roll call.
Mayor LaHousas,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Terapany,
Here.
Commissioner Carr,
Here.
Commissioner Donovan.
Here.
Thank you. Again, I'd like to announce that the purpose of tonight's meeting is to get public input regarding fiscal year 2019-2020 CR8 budget. And the only item on the agenda is Resolution 2019-01, tentative adopting the final budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. Mr. Harry, if you please review the procedures required by the state law.
Yes, the tentative CRA budget for fiscal year 2020 is $491,702, a decrease of $9,791 or 2% under the adopted budget for fiscal year 2019. And that's about all I've got on the CRA budget.
Thank you. Chair Attorney, if you please read the resolution in its entirety.
Yes, this is Resolution 2019-01, a resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, tentatively adopting the budget for fiscal year 2019-2020. Whereas a public hearing was held on September 4th, 2019 at 6:30 p.m. to adopt a tentative budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that Section 1, the Community Redevelopment Agency's annual budget for fiscal year 2019-2020 is hereby tentatively adopted. Section 2, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That was a reading of Resolution 2019-01 for the CRA, read in its entirety.
Thank you. Are there any public comments on this item? Hear none. Are there any commission comments on this item? Vice Mayor?
I'd just say, Mayor, that without going into too much detail as it relates to the CRA and how those funds are accumulated in that account and how they can be either restricted or unrestricted as it relates to spending them, I would say that I'm proud of our of the way we budgeted the CRA and eliminated some of the spending and held on to it, kept our powder dry, so to speak, for more bricks and mortar projects that can be that the money can be spent on and be more visible throughout the community. I think we've done good things in the past with the CRA with different grant programs, and I'd like to see us continue to do that. But I think we did a good job with the CRA in keeping some of our funds stocked away. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Carr?
Just looking forward to our workshop about additional items within the CRA. But again, I'm excited that we have these funds available to work on some of these projects within the Community Redevelopment Agency. And thanks again to Ron and all the staff for all the hard work that you put behind this.
Commissioner Donovan?
No comment from me, Mayor.
Okay. I'm also looking forward to the workshop to discuss projects for the CRA. I think it's going to be a good year coming up, and we are in good shape. So, again, thank everybody involved with this project, with this budget. The chair will entertain a motion.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Donovan,
Yes.
Commissioner Carr,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Terapany.
Yes.
Mayor LaHousas.
Yes. Well, that concludes the agenda, and it's adjourned at 6:44 p.m.